Hi everyone, Puma here, and for today's video I want to talk about the possibility of there being a Hoenn remake. So this idea didn't really come to me until recently when the new Mega Mewtwo was revealed. As we already know, there is one Mega Mewtwo, with the speed one for Pokemon Y, the offensive Mega Mewtwo for Pokemon X. But don't you think it's a bit odd that there's a Mega Mewtwo for speed and attack but not one for defense? I mean, think about it. It'd make a lot of sense if there was, like, let's say a hypothetical third Mega Mewtwo for a third game, because then there'd be more of a balance that I feel like Game Freak and Nintendo sort of lean towards. Plus, I think that the whole Mega Mewtwo forms, it's a bit of a nod to Deoxys if you think about it. There'd be one for attack, one for speed, one for defense, assuming that there's, like, gonna be a third game, and then that's where Mega Mewtwo, I'll just call it Mega Mewtwo Z for now, where Mega Mewtwo Z is available. Like, it would match if there is one Mega Mewtwo for speed, and then there'd be one speed Deoxys, one Mega Mewtwo for attack, and attack Deoxys, and one for defense, and again, defense Deoxys. It only fits in with the whole, like, correlation that was hinted back in Pokemon Adventures with Mewtwo and Deoxys having so many similarities. I feel like this is Game Freak's way of further heightening that similarity, and again, Deoxys, it's from Hoenn, so that's my first thought of Nintendo hinting at a Hoenn remake. Now the second, hint that I found, this one's been around for I think a while now, but I'll get into it anyways. So, it's regarding the version mascots. We've got Yveltal, which flies in the sky, and we've got Xerneas, which roams the land. Now if you remember from Generation 3, the three mascots were Kyogre, which supposedly created the water, or the sea, Groudon, who created the land, and Rayquaza, who rules over the sky. So Yveltal roams the sky, Rayquaza created the sky, Xerneas roamed the land, Groudon created the land. And if you remember from my Pokemon X and Y sequel theory video, link will be down below if you didn't see that yet, I thought that the mascot for the sequel game, I thought it might be like some sort of serpent, and maybe a sea serpent, you know, something that roams the sea, because then like it would match with the first two, and something that roams the sea, then it makes sense because it correlates to Kyogre. So, like, my hints, they're only 2/3 complete on both counts. We have to wait for the sequel game for X and Y to come out to see if there will be a third Mega Mewtwo, which is inspired by the defense stat, as well as if the third mascot will be like a sea creature or something that correlates to the ocean or water. But again, the only real lead I have on this right now is just like the Mega Mewtwo forms, and that's for like there being only one sequel for X and Y instead of two, like with Black and White 2. And it's because if they made like specifically one Mewtwo form per game, then there'd be one for attack, one for speed, and one for defense, because the only other stat left is HP, and a Mewtwo focused on HP, that doesn't really seem to, I don't know, it doesn't seem that right. I'm pretty sure that they'll just do one for defense, and that will be for the third game. Now I could really just be getting like super ahead of myself here, because let's face it, who doesn't want a Hoenn sequel, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm very hopeful now that this new Mega Mewtwo multiple form thing is going on, because that gives me hope that there will be a third game, and from that, Hoenn remakes. So, keeping my fingers crossed that I'm not overthinking this, and that there will be a Hoenn sequel. What are your guys' thoughts on a possible Hoenn sequel, as well as like the uncanny connections that we can already make from like the 2/3 of the puzzle piece that we're given here on each count, Mewtwo's and the mascots? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys soon. これはピューマちゃんのチャンネル